Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited to show you guys Stars' new army. This is super strong. He just posted a video on it last night, so I'm hoping to bring some commentary and some education to the army to help you guys learn it. But I got a plus 306 right there on my alternate account. Had a really good day. My one fail was because I placed 2 totem spells instead of 2 archers in the corner, and I was so upset because I would have had a 320. I needed those totem spells on the back end to support my army, and I would have had the 320 there. I didn't have as good of a day on my main account here, plus 285. Had a good stretch in the middle, but my last 2 attacks I just kind of choked. I kind of lost focus and approached the base from the wrong angle. I wish I could have had those attacks back and approached from a different angle. But one of the fails will be at the very end of this attack or video. It'll be the last attack, and I'll hopefully explain why it failed and teach you guys, about pathing, how important that is for your dragon riders. And I think if people can start understanding that, they would have a lot more success with Stars army, because this is a difficult army to use, you guys. So if you don't know Stars, he's the best Legend League player in the game. He's super good. He just came out with a video on this army last night. Brand new army. This is my first day using it. Again, should have had a 320 on my alt account. Was really happy with how the attack started, and I switched to my main account. Kind of a bad fail at the beginning, and then 2 fails at the very end. Other than that, it was a pretty solid, successful day. I was happy with that for day 1 of using his army. I can only get better from here and get more comfortable with multitasking, because that's very, very important with this army, guys. With the Dragon Duke kind of coming in on the flank to help support your army halfway through the attack, you really have to support your Dragon Duke and your main Dragon Rider totem army. You have to make sure you get good value with the Royal Champion to help funnel your Dragon Riders in where you want them to go, and a lot of the time you use the Flame Flinger. So I'm not great with the Flame Flinger, but I was actually really proud of myself today, and I had really good attacks using the Flame Flinger, and I used it more than not. So you only use the Flame Flinger or Stone Slammer with this new army by Stars. If you guys didn't know that or didn't watch his video, that's kind of what he's using. And it's funny because the day 1 and 2 that the Dragon Duke hero came out, I was also using the Stone Slammer and the Royal Champion instead of the Queen, just because I tested and I felt like that was the best combination. I really enjoyed it. Stone Slammer got a new level. And then I just went away and went back to what I was comfortable with, and that was the Queen and Siege Barracks. I wish I would have stuck with this because it is strong, and it does take a little bit of getting used to when to use a Stone Slammer, when to use a Flame Flinger. But the Royal Champion just synergizes and pairs so well with Dragon Riders, you guys. It just helps their pathing so much, and she gets so much value right away. So I have been yapping during this entire attack. This is part of my intro. I wanted to kind of explain the army and how to use it. The following attacks, timestamps below, will be hopefully a lot more educational. I'll really try to explain the army and teach you guys how to use it, because this is used by the best player in the game, and he is number 1 through 3 on his accounts using this army. So he doesn't do commentary in his attacks. I'm hoping to kind of do that and add that so you guys can learn. Obviously I'm not nearly as good as him. I don't know his thought process, and some of the things he does blows my mind too, because he notices everything, all these little details. He's really good at the game. But anyway, done talking about Stars, ranting about him. First of the day, and then we'll get into some educational commentary for the following attacks. But today's verse comes from Psalm 33:12. It says, "What joy for the nation whose God is the Lord, whose people he has chosen as his inheritance." The Lord right there is capitalized. When the Lord is capitalized in the Bible, that just means Jesus. They're talking about Jesus right there. So that was a really good verse. Wanted to share that with you guys. And if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, I try to share a daily Bible verse every single video and just plant seeds. I am Christian, and I want to point others to Jesus Christ, because that's the most valuable gift and the best thing ever in this life, especially which leads to eternal life if you put your faith in him. So if you would like to have more of a discussion or talk about faith, I'd be happy to do that in the comments below of any single video. And one day I'll get to my testimony and kind of explain how I got to where I got, and kind of tell some of my story. But we'll save that for another day. Let's get into some commentary, guys. So this first attack, we get a Flame Flinger down at 6 o'clock. Just gets really good value for us, and it also creates a funnel, guys. That's what the Flame Flinger does. It gets good value, but it creates a funnel for your Dragon Riders so that they can go into the base and stay in the base. You don't want them wrapping around the base. So yeah, great value down here at 6 o'clock. I placed a Barbarian and a couple Archers to make sure there's no Teslas in the area, just to keep my Flame Flinger alive and healthy, because Teslas can, kill your Flame Flinger super quick or destroy it. But the Royal Champion was beautiful right here at 10 o'clock, guys. Just got crazy good value for us. Got out some good key air targeting defenses. But the biggest thing is she just created a funnel for us, guys. Look at this gap over here at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. My Dragon Riders have no choice but to go into the core of this base, even though there's not much defenses in the core, because it's mainly storages. The Flame Flinger has a funnel, has a hole set at 6 o'clock. RC has a hole up there at 10 o'clock. My Dragon Riders are going to go straight into the base, guys. So that was a beautiful start. Nice totem early on for the Revenge Tower. Really nice warden ability, because we are going into a couple multi-inferno towers, And at this point, guys, I'm gonna get a good freeze on a bomb hive and 2 multi-infernos. Like, that's one of the best value free spells you can get. That was beautiful. And as you saw, my Dragon Duke came in over at probably, what is that, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, just to clear the flank. And that's what the Dragon Duke does in this army, guys. That's what I was talking about earlier. You have to really like multitask. You have to watch your main army and support them, but then you have to bring the Dragon Duke from a flank to keep your Dragon Riders in the base and going where you want them to go. The Dragon Duke is going to be solo and have his passive rage for a while, but he does usually end up meeting up with the army and he'll lose that rage ability, but that's okay. He keeps your army together, staying in a nice tight path. You see a nice overgrowth right there, guys. That was just a high target defense overgrowth. That was just taking out really key defenses, being a monolith and air defense multi-archer. That just kept my army alive a lot longer because I knew we had a heavy kind of town hall compartment up here with a bunch of heroes, long shot, clan castle. So just trying to manage my final totem spells here. Felt like I did pretty well. This one does get a little bit close, but in Stars' army here, we use a Super Dragon in the clan castle. Just because you either use, again, a Flame Flinger or a Stone Slammer, and the Super Dragon actually works so well in this army. I think it synergizes super well. Alright, new attack, 9 o'clock, guys. We place the Royal Champion. Do not pop her ability right away because that would have just been a waste of a shield and a couple spears, when we can easily just take out the multi-archer. Nothing else was shooting at her, right? So we can just get some good value by waiting to pop the Royal Champion ability. Right here, it probably could have been worth it to place a totem spell to get out these heroes, but both these heroes still end up going down. She still gets both air defenses. Like, she got crazy good value, lured a bunch of red bombs right there. And yeah, test Loon always in front of your Dragon Riders, guys. Warden, Stone Slammer, Minion Prince, Baby Dragon up top just to clear some trash buildings to keep my my Inferno Drags going into the base with my Dragon Riders. Nice early poison as always. And at this point, guys, this is something I need to work on personally, is getting an early Minion Prince ability. I should have popped Minion Prince right now, and that's also partially the reason I had a couple fails tonight, guys, is I'm getting like no value with my Minion Prince ability. I'm waiting way too long. Similar to the Warden ability, that's just an ability you want to take advantage of early on. That'll just keep your Dragon Riders so much healthier when they're going into slow defenses, especially when they're going into a lot of defenses like you're seeing right here. I decided to overgrow at the bottom, guys, to keep my army pathing together kind of into this rage compartment instead of overgrowthing the rage compartment, just because I honestly it was pathing. Like I said, I just wanted to keep my army tight and compact, and I knew now the Minion Prince gets a good ability right there, so it was okay waiting on this attack, but most of the time you want to use it earlier on to finish that point. I was trying to explain that, but yeah, to me it just made more sense to overgrowth where I did at the bottom right side over at 3 o'clock, where there were some high targeting defenses, a monolith air defense, just so our army would fly into the rage compartment and take that out sooner than later. At this point, guys, it does get a little bit close. All that's left is a long shot now, though. The Dragon Duke got some good damage with his death damage right there as well. Greedy Raven's going crazy. I love that pet, just taking out the town hall quick. And yeah, at this point, like I said, there's not a whole lot left, but all we have to do is take out this long shot, and there's a couple storages up top, and this base is tripled. So let's get into the next attack. I'll try to really explain what I'm doing, and I'm hoping this commentary is educational. Let me know if you guys want me to change anything up, my style of commentary. Let me know if it's helpful, if it's helping teach you guys, because that's really what I'm trying to do. That's my goal. So right here, guys, I'm just looking for good value with my Royal Champion. This isn't a base I can get any Flame Flinger value on because there's a lot of expos on the kind of edges of the map, edges of the base. So I get a good RC over here at 2 o'clock. Baby Drag behind to clear some trash. But look at this, guys. She just got crazy good value. She creates a hole at 1:30 for us right here. I see the game as a clock, right? So the top is 12 o'clock, right side is 3, bottom is 6, and left is 9. I know my fingers are backwards when I'm recording, so pretend, you get it. Anyway, so you see me saying numbers sometimes, and that's what I'm explaining. If you're newer to the channel, that's the easiest way for me to commentate, in my opinion, and explain what I'm doing. So anyway, at about 1:30, like 1 to 2 o'clock on the right side, there is a hole from the Royal Champion that just makes sure that our Dragon Riders can go straight down into the core of this base, and they just have good tight pathing because of the Royal Champion right there. So we are flying into a rage compartment right away, so we're going to get a nice Minion Prince ability right there. We got a poison down for the furnace, and at this point I'm just looking, where do I need my Dragon Duke? I need him to come in over here at 10 o'clock to, again, keep my pathing a little tighter and narrower, that's hard to say, and keep my Dragon Riders and heroes going straight towards the town hall. So yeah, Dragon Duke does big things on his own. He's just crazy overpowered hero, very beautiful stun, and that's the nice thing about this army, guys. You now have a Warden ability, a Minion Prince ability, and a Dragon Duke stun ability to support your Dragon Riders. and not to mention you started the attack with a Royal Champion ability that created pathing for them. So all these heroes, just it synergizes so well, guys. This army is so strong. I just got to get it down. Like I said, just was day one using it, and I still had a bunch of triples today. I had basically a 320. I'm going to count it as a 320. I just made a silly mistake placing 2 totems instead of archers. So basically a 320 on my alt account, and then like I said, I dropped a couple on my main, just because, I don't know, I think I was maybe starting to lose focus and I wasn't approaching the bases from like the correct location every single time. But is what it is, guys. This was a nice, pretty comfortable 3-star for the most part. I know Warden's basically dead. I think Minion Prince doesn't die on this one, but yeah, that's a nice triple. We'll keep it rolling on to the next one. And I think this is one more attack, and then we show the fail here. So right here, guys, just looking for good Flame Flinger. This was my one only like bad Flame Flinger today. I still got the value we wanted, but I have to waste so many totem spells just because that mortar didn't go down, because a couple Teslas popped up and destroyed my rocket loon. So you'll see me invest like 3 totem spells here, guys. I think it was worth it, just because the Flame Flinger still gets really good value and creates pathing for my Dragon Riders, because this whole 3 o'clock section is going to be gutted by this Flame Flinger. So yeah, just continuing to place that totem spell, because that multi-mortar would otherwise, you know, destroy my Flame Flinger super quick. So to me, it was worth investing a few of those to make sure the scatter shot goes down mainly, but also we just create some pathing and again take out the 3 o'clock corner. Kind of a no-brainer to place the Royal Champion over here at 6 o'clock, because look at this value, guys. She can get a multi-gear tower, cannon, whatever it's called, a couple air defenses. I believe she goes up and gets the Revenge Tower. She got out a Tesla in the very corner as well. So now there's a hole at 6 o'clock, there's a hole at 3 o'clock. Where am I going to send my Dragon Riders? Right in between that hole, right? Where the defenses are, straight into a rage compartment. Also beautiful that Royal Champion targeted or popped that rage compartment on the left side for us. We're going to send the Dragon Duke in there, and he's going to get crazy value once the defenses aren't raged up. So nice early Warden ability, since we're going into honestly the heaviest damage of this base that we're going to face with our Dragon Riders, because again, it's a rage compartment, right? Like you always want to Warden through that. Beautiful freeze again. We attacked a similar base earlier, but get a bomb hive, a couple multi-infernos. I think I get one more freeze in the core. Yep, right there, very nice. Dragon Duke is doing his thing, just going crazy at 7 o'clock, like I talked about, 8 o'clock, I guess I'll say. Taking out that whole rage compartment. Get a nice overgrowth just to negate half the back end damage here with a fire spitter and air defense, and this also kind of forced my army to go up into this heavy hero town hall compartment with clan castle with a long shot. Like this is a kind of a scary compartment. Like this isn't to be taken lightly, and we saved it for the very end. But still have a Minion Prince ability to use, thankfully, but this one gets super close, guys. Right here I have to use Minion Prince ability because I have a few headhunters pushing my Minion Prince right now, and there was an air defense targeting him. I would have much rather, you know, hit the Warden or Minion Prince ability like right now, so that all these heroes would have been frozen on the back end. But look at this, guys. All we have is a Minion Prince, a full health Duke hero, like a baby dragon, I think 1 or 2 multi-infernos, the angry jelly pet. Like all that is able to take out all these heroes, guys, believe it or not. Like the Minion Prince goes down, the long shot's about to go down, the enemy queen's gonna go down. The Dragon Duke hero is just overpowered, guys. I didn't know if we'd have enough on this back end, but we're barely able to kind of push through, get out the heroes, and this one got pretty close to being a time fail. That's the only thing with the Flame Flinger. The attacks take a little bit longer, and time can be kind of an issue towards the back end of attacks. So you just got to make sure you're not starting your Dragon Rider totems less than 1:30 on the clock. That's a minute 30 into the attack. You don't want to wait any longer than that typically to start your Dragon Riders. So you can let the Flame Flinger work for a while. Just again, don't wait till like a minute on the clock to send your Dragon Riders in, because you'll time fail at that point. So here's a really good base, kind of an interesting one. Haven't really seen a layout like this. Still got a bunch of really good tough bases today, guys, and I'm not even like that high legend league yet. So the couple ones I failed, like I failed with against a level 25 Dragon Duke, like a level 24 or 23 Dragon Duke. Like it's crazy. I'm just getting these like crazy maxed out supercharged bases already. I don't know why, but on that one fail, the level 25 Dragon Duke and a maxed out Minion Prince destroyed like 7 of my Dragon Riders instantly on entry, and it was just crazy. Like it was sad. That was the reason I failed one attack. But anyway, beautiful value right here from the Royal Champion. Actually, not beautiful value. This is the fail. This is why I failed. I should never have placed the Royal Champion at 9 o'clock. That was not good value at all. There's no pathing. There's no funnel created. Do you guys see this bomb hive down at like 5 o'clock? I'm kind of moving my screen a lot right now, so I'll explain it when it's easier to see. But that's where I wish I would have placed my Royal Champion, and I should have sent my Dragon Riders over at like 3 o'clock on this base. I'm kind of zoomed in right now again, so you can't see very well, but this was just to me, I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna go behind 2 fire spitters, right? Deal with the clan castle sooner than later. Get out a multi-inferno tower right away. Nice early warden ability, and I'm just thinking like we're gonna be all right. But it was just really bad pathing, and I still have to go deal with 2 rage compartments. There's kind of a heavy bottom section of the base with some heroes and monolith. I send the Duke over at, this is another reason I failed, at 10 o'clock. I should have placed him over at 3 o'clock to support my army. He's just going to kind of go down to the left and die too soon, where the rest of my army is just going to kind of keep flying around the base. You see both rage compartments pop right there. I go ahead and overgrowth the core, and because I overgrowth that core, the revenge tower is just going to get completely, booted up, and it's going to get super strong, and I'm going to have to deal with that core at the very end of the bait, or end of the attack, as my army just like slowly moves around the base. So long story short, just terrible pathing, you guys. This bomb tower that you guys can see by the super wizard tower down here at like 5 o'clock, that's where I should have placed my royal champion. So I should have let my royal champion just take out the bomb hive without the spear, then pop the spear ability, would have got out a super wiz, would have got out of air defense, sweeper, probably the monolith, possibly. And then I would have just sent my dragon riders in where the super dragon is right now, over at 3 o'clock. They would have flown in. My dragon duke should have came in up at like 1 o'clock, flown into the revenge tower pretty soon. And yeah, that would have been tripled easily at that point. That would have been a much smoother, cleaner attack. I just took wrong pathing, guys. Again, my royal champion never should have went in at 9 o'clock. My dragon duke shouldn't have went in at 10 o'clock. Now you're just seeing me kind of scrambling to hopefully get the town hall. I have to pop a minion prince ability there. I have 1 freeze left. The dragon duke has his ability, but there's 17 seconds also, guys. Like this took way too long. We just flew around the base slowly. I definitely thought I was gonna 1-star here. I was kind of sad, didn't think we'd have time to get the town hall, but thankfully the greedy raven just going crazy this whole time. You didn't see him, now you do. He's going to work and making sure we get the triple there. But that's gonna do it for the video, guys. Or we don't get the triple, but we get the town hall, get the 2-star, right? But that's gonna do it. I hope to see y'all in tomorrow's video. I'll hopefully keep locking in with Stars Army, get a little bit more confident and better with it, maybe get a 320 or 2, and I'll give you the final CWL update to see if we can get the full perfect CWL on 8 accounts. But I appreciate you all hanging out to this point, especially if you've stuck around to this video. What do I want you to comment? Just comment something if you've stuck around to this point, please. But I appreciate y'all. We'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.